Ladies and gentlemen, this is Prizers TV. I say this is Prizers TV, and we are here once more. We are here because of this good news that we have for you, and you have already known it based on the caption we have on YouTube here. We are actually located at the Holy Ghost Bus Terminal 1 and 2 in Enugu State. And believe me, I am very happy seeing what happened today, because today being 14th of August 2025, Governor of Enugu State came to open the bus terminals. And remember, the bus terminals are 4 in numbers. They are Holy Ghost Bus Terminal 1 and 2, then Garike Bus Terminal, Abapa Bus Terminal, and Nsukka Bus Terminal. On all these bus terminals, Governor visited each and every one of them and inaugurated them one by one. This man was a very busy person throughout the whole day today, because he would come to one and inaugurate, smile with people, dance, and go to another one, and from another one to another one. And so he went around. Now, our coming here is to show you how beautiful the place looked and what happened during the inauguration, and show you the inside, because during the inauguration there are so many images that pumped up because everybody was there and posting everything online. And from today we have already seen how the place looks, the buses, how everything looks, and believe me, it looks so beautiful. It looks so beautiful. But there is one thing that I did not respect a lot until today, and that thing is this overhead bridge, the pedestrian overhead bridge. This pedestrian overhead bridge made everything to look, will I say, professional or international standard. The reason I say this is that this is not common in Nigeria, to see overhead bridge looking so beautiful like this. I mean pedestrian overhead bridge, and being close to any public buildings. It is not common. And the beauty of the overhead bridge is unimaginable. I was seeing this and I was like, wow, I have been watching this overhead bridge, but I never knew that it is as beautiful as this. This made me to realize how beautiful the place is. Another thing is the beauty of the terminal. The terminal itself is so beautiful that I was like, did they do any other thing extra more than what we have been seeing? The result is no, but something else happened. Now, you see how clean the terminal look. This is the final touch before inauguration. Everything completed here. Everything is clean. Even seat where people sit at the garden. Oh, see details. see, bench. So if you come here to wait for bus and the bus is having delay, or maybe your time, there are benches here for people to come and sit on the garden. Wow, this is beautiful. Well, let me explain what I'm here for anyway. So this is the final touch before the inauguration or before the opening. And if you check, everywhere looks so beautiful. Why? Because there is no dust. Look, the governor of Enugu State covered all the ground. There is no space for dust. The only place that you will see sand is on the garden. See. And the garden as well has plants. Not plants, but has grasses, which covered the red soil from penetrating into the terminal and making the terminal to look more beautiful today because of the rain and no more red soil. The governor did a very, very beautiful job. And when I see everything today, I was like, oh my God, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. Another thing that amazed me is the landscape of Enugu State. Look at how Enugu State also looks. Because of this contemporary architecture, public building, the landscape of Enugu State got transformed. Everything is now looking different. And it made me to realize how beautiful Enugu State looks. It is so beautiful. It is so beautiful. This governor has done a lot for the state. Bus terminals everywhere, and 240 buses, which 100 have arrived, and 100 were commissioned today, and work started today. People, during the inauguration, you would see the people at the counter explaining how to buy tickets and so on and so forth. These people at the counter, during the inauguration, people came here with their telephone and explained to them how to buy tickets, and even bought tickets for them online. Remember, on this bus, you don't enter it with money. Driver's job is just for him to make sure that you place either your card or your telephone here, and tap it, and the driver must hear pip to make sure that you have paid and you are valid to enter. But the drivers, they don't collect money. So during the inauguration, I was seeing them explaining everything one by one. Although entering to the bus today was free, people were entering it and everybody was very happy. This image came from a man known as a Flora, because he was very happy, just as me, because I was like, unbelievable. I never knew that to change a state is so easy. So Oklora also. He was there and he was calling everybody to come and see what is happening in Enugu State. He was also taking pictures with different people, especially women. And later he went, he greeted the governors, and it's like governor knew him before. They greeted and smiled together. He praised the governor, and at the end, after he was tired, he went and rest on top of one of the buses, here, and he was enjoying life today, because he was shouting, and at the end he got tired. Well, based on what I saw today, believe me, this is one of the best governors in Nigeria, maybe the best governor that Nigeria has ever had. Because I'm not talking about president. Presently, I think he's the best, or maybe the second among the best. He will be either the first or the second. But I would say he's leaning to be the best than to be the second presently. Okay, and if that happened, he may even be the best governor that Nigeria ever had in the history. Because what this guy did is unbelievable. 4 terminals. The one you are looking at here is Gariki, and which is, let's count it, number 1. This one is Holy Ghost Bus Terminal 1, and here is Holy Ghost Bus Terminal 2. And remember that both Terminal 1 and Terminal 2 are all connected, because this is Terminal 1, and they were connected with this pedestrian overhead bridge, meaning that the Terminal 2 is over there by my left, right? Now, and apart from this one, they have Gariki also, Gariki Bus Terminal, and all of them were all inaugurated today. And apart from Gariki, another terminal also was inaugurated today, which is this terminal you are looking at here, Nsukka Bus Terminal. During the inauguration of Nsukka Bus Terminal, there were more people here than in Enugu. Here was filled up, very busy. And I believe maybe this place is wider than Enugu. This is very, very wide. This is like 3 football fields. What we are looking at is not a small space. The Nsukka terminal is bigger, is wider. See how it is. Everywhere is open. So people feed here, because this place we are completely finished, and the governor was there. And remember that the governor also went to Nsukka about 3 days ago, where he announced the commencement of railway line that will start from Nsukka to Enugu, and Nsukka people cheered him a lot. So he returned today for the commissioning, and they were very happy. And especially also he announced of a new international market, which will be the biggest in Enugu State, that will be building in Nsukka, because this market you see here is no more enough for the people who used to stay by this place. Therefore, governor also is planning to take over here and move everywhere into a suitable environment where everybody will have their stores. And they really loved it. They really loved it. So today they were showing him love. Almost everybody who is known in Nsukka was there, and they were cheering the governor, and the governor was also happy. So, and this governor really tried for the Nsukka, because not only the governor but also the former governor. And if you can remember, you will know that the governor also awarded one of the longest road in Enugu State, which is this road, that is 46 kilometers. This road is Nsukka Road, and this Nsukka Road is going to be a dual carriage road, meaning that it will be 4-lane road, 2 going and 2 coming, with a street light at the Mediana from Enugu to Nsukka. And Nsukka people were very happy, because in Nsukka they have good road, but that good road is only 24 kilometers from Opi to Nsukka. But this one now is going to move from Enugu city to Opi, and from that Opi to Nsukka has a good road already. So Nsukka, and the governor is building international market, and also building build new terminal. So I think Enugu State, anybody from Enugu State is happy today, because what the governor is doing is unimaginable. So let's go and show you everything, and so that we know how it happened. But this governor is the best governor I've ever seen. I've never seen any governor like that. But one thing amazed me. To me, some of us know that governor just launched airline, and during the launch of the airline, Festus Keyamo was there, and people came to follow Festus Keyamo to launch the airline. And apart from that, First Lady Tinubu's wife was in Enugu State about 3 months ago, which she was given a name as Mbah I of Enugu State. And she stayed in Enugu State for very long, 4 days. That is the first time First Lady had stayed such a long place in a place that is not his hometown. She said it. And also Tinubu visited Enugu State during the inauguration of this international conference center in Enugu. So Tinubu came to Enugu State, and Shetima also was in Enugu State. Everything happened within the last 6 months. Now, I expected to see them today, because since Keyamo and the president and so on and so forth had been coming to commission projects, that there is no way they are not coming for this commissioning, because this is the biggest project I have ever seen on transportation when you talk of governor in Nigeria. What was commissioned today or opened today are 5 bus terminals. I'm not saying 1, 5. 5. One alone is enough for governor or for president or minister of transport to come for commissioning. But this time is 5 pieces. 5. And that is not alone. It's not only that he commissioned 5 this thing, but including 100 pieces of buses. So during the inauguration, I was like, where is the president? Where is the vice president? And even the minister of transport and so on and so forth. But based on what I later realized is, these people have been coming to Enugu State almost every month, either president, vice president, or the president's wife, or one minister. Every month, president is sending one person, or president is being here. And it's like, these people are tired of coming to Enugu State. Because project Yakba, there are too many projects, you know. Maybe Tinubu say, man, we have been going here, we are not going again. Which type of governor is this? Everyday project. And remember, governor says he's going to finish this road within 1 year. He has spent 3 months on this road, meaning that from now to 8 months or 9 months, this road also will be commissioned and the president will be here. There are places that president has not been and minister has not been, nor the vice president or even the first lady. But they have been coming to Enugu State every day. So this is what I realized. I said, maybe that is the reason. And another project also is going to be commissioned, because I had it today on the news when Mazi Ezoke was interviewing one of the workers of the government. And the person said that this project will be commissioned within 6 months. This project. Meaning that president will be here, or minister of tourism, or first lady, or vice. Wow! This shows how Enugu State is working. They work to the extent that president got even tired of coming to Enugu State. And do you know another news again? Okay. Another news is that this one will be commissioned next month. This is Presidential Hotel, built by the governor. If that happens, president will be here every day. But do you know another news? Another news is that what you are looking at is a standard hospital in Enugu State. Look at it here. It will also be finished this year. People are there working 24/7. This is to show you that this governor is working. Wow! Projects everywhere. Since I've been talking about Enugu State on my channel, I never lack about topic to talk about, because there is always one thing or the other happening. There are things that used to happen in other states, people will talk about it, but in Enugu State, nobody talks about it. Something like what Vice President went to commission. This is garment production plant where about 500 people are sewing clothes 247 in Enugu State. It was commissioned by a Vice President. Majority of Igbo people did not even know that something like this exists. They did not even know when the Vice President went for the commissioning. The reason is that there were other projects bigger than that. What is garment production plants? They don't want to hear about that when they have a big project like International Conference Center, which changed the landscape of Enugu State. And also when they have a line that nobody expected. There are other big news, heavier than the garment. But in some places, garment would have been something to be celebrated because it brought employment. But now people don't see it as anything. So let me not talk about the garment anyway, because I have a lot to show you today. So let's go. I show you what happened today, and I close from here because I don't want to waste time. Well, what you see is a Flora who was also there during the opening, and he was shouting. I think here he got tired and he sat here to rest a little bit in one of the buses, you know. So, and here, as I showed you earlier, this is Holy Ghost Bus Terminal 2. This is how it was a day before it was inaugurated, and here we could see everything clearly because there is no canopy here, nothing is covering everything. From this image, you would see the terminal better, and believe me, the company that did this terminal, they did a very nice work. Here is the second terminal, because what we showed here is terminal 2, if you can check, and this one is terminal 1. They are two different buildings, and they were connected with this pedestrian bridge here, and they look equally the same. If it was not because of this 1 and 2 written, we will not be able to differentiate them, including me. When I see them like this, it is impossible for me to know which one is terminal 1 and which one is terminal 2. And I have always said this, that what made me to like these terminal buildings is because of the way it changed the landscape of Enugu State. It makes Enugu State to look more beautiful. And this is the reason I always preach about contemporary architecture building or futuristic building. Any governor who wants to bring public building must build contemporary architecture. Please, don't build peak roof. Peak roof, which everybody can do. Peak roof is old model, and another one is that peak roof is made for individual. It's very cheap. Do something like this. See how Enugu State changed within 6 months because of contemporary architecture and futuristic design. Is that not beautiful? Very beautiful. Now, here we have seen it earlier that the priest of cherubim and seraphim came and they prayed for governor, and we can see it, cherubim and seraphim, okay, award honor. So they were on the inauguration. As I said earlier, that what I love much about this terminal is the pedestrian overhead bridge. This made it to look more international than anything, and I did not realize it until today. And also, you should know that all the buses look the same. They were only separated by their name here, and we are going to see it as we progress, because they have number 01, number 02, number 04, and they are also as well written with EN, meaning that Enugu something 01 or 02. Apart from that, the buses are the same, painted the same. You won't know the difference. You won't know. Unless maybe you can know they are the same. Now, apart from that, both everywhere around the area, all the surroundings look beautiful. Both the roundabout over there, like what we see here, you see this design and everything. That place is amazing. I just hope that whoever that is managing the place will maintain it as it is today. But based on what they say, a company has already taken control for the maintenance, and that is a beautiful thing. And at the back of all the buses, there is at the back of all the buses is written, "Tomorrow is here, smart, affordable, and sustainable transportation," by His Excellency Peter Mbah, Executive Governor Enugu State. All of them carry this, each and every one of them. And remember what I said, the buses, they are all the same, they look the same. Now, here also is written loading bay. Here is the garage where the buses are parked. And here, if you check, it has number 6. Each of these pillar has number. And where this one is number 5, by my left, and number 4 will be over there, and the number 3 and number 2 to number 1. So that is exactly what we have seen before. So over there will be number 1 will be down here, very, very down. Then maybe this one will be number 2, this one number 3, this is number 4, and the number 5 we could not get it. And if we come here, this is the number 5 which we did not get. Unfortunately, we got it here. So I have already explained why I love here, that because of this overhead bridge, the overhead bridge made it to look more superior, and I did not realize it during all those times. But immediately I began to see buses going under the overhead bridge. It gave Enugu State a different look, and the design of the bridge, man, whoever gave the governor this design tried, because this is the best design for this bridge, especially for this. No, the bridge and the design, the zigzag frame, everything, just to match the bus stop with buses running down the bridge is unbelievable. It's beautiful. Not this type of heavy bridges that they do. No, I don't know who is managing governors, infrastructural development, which could be the commissioner of work. But sometimes you have another person doing that, because whoever that is managing it is a professional. He is a professional. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Because this terminal is a beautiful terminal anywhere in the world. Being in China, in America, in Australia, in Dubai, in anywhere, this is a standard terminal. Nowhere you will go and you see terminal like this, that you will say that this is, no, this is 100%. Most of the terminals abroad are not even like this. And this is what marveled me. And I'm not only talking about the building, but this pedestrian bridge and the pillar. And how did they know that everything is going to match up to this extent? Unbelievable, It's beautiful. Now, we go also to Gariki, which is not the main terminal now, because remember I said there are 5 terminals. This is one of the lesser one, which is a little bit far away from Holy Ghost, but not too far away, because it is also within the Enugu Metropolitan, and it also looks beautiful. It also looks beautiful. And another thing that made me to like everything that governor is doing now is that the governor is, apart from those things, making the road to look beautiful, see roundabout, very beautiful. But there is one thing I would want you to see. You see here that road curve this way. You see where you can see buses. You see all these yellow buses and the KK and so on and so forth. This place is targeted to be one of the bus stops where buses will drive and discharge passenger here before going to anywhere. And that is very good, because it will make the bus stop not to disturb any vehicle circulating along this road. Governor did a lot of work, and all this he did it in every route in Enugu State. All the bus stops has it. That is amazing. And another thing that I am always praising Enugu State, and that is the reason I brought this image, is how Enugu Road is done. Do you see how people are walking here? People are not walking on the road. They are walking on the sidewalk. Why? Because governor created sidewalk. Most of the states don't do this. In some states, they will construct the road, and here will be grasses, and you will be walking here. Whenever you hear a car coming, you will be looking at your back. But Enugu State is not like that. But this was not done only by this governor, but all the governors in Enugu State are doing the same. Their roads are 100% good. It has everything. Okay, for example, this, what I showed you, is known as walkway, and where the road is carriageway. Here is mediana, and here is the same and the same, right? Everything is done completely. And here is marked very well between the road and the shoulder. But this place does not need shoulder. That is why the shoulder is very small. Shoulder is where motorcycle runs, like here, this place. But this place does not need shoulder. It does not need shoulder. So the governor is doing a very perfect work. Now, here is where the buses parked before being transferred to the Holy Ghost. And see the landscape, how it looks. Everywhere looks beautiful. See buses. All these buses commenced work today. See them. There will be no Molue on the road very soon and no keke. This is a good news for Enugu State. So this is Abakpa Terminal, looking beautiful as well, that is going to serve the Abakpa people. Wow. Wow. This is the Holy Ghost, and the Holy Ghost 1 and 2, which is the terminal, right? So, and this is Abakpa, which is the front is what we are looking at here. Sometimes Abakpa and the Gariki terminal, they look alike, but Gariki is a little bit bigger, and the Gariki has a frame here with zigzag design. So here is the entrance of the Holy Ghost bus terminal. On the entrance, you will see Holy Ghost bus terminal written on this form. And I like the font that was used to write the Holy Ghost bus terminal because it makes it to look standard. Wow. See one of the drivers driving the buses. Okay, as I told you earlier, that the buses does not have name, but it has number. This one is ENRBS 001. This is the first bus, meaning that this guy is the first driver. Or maybe he is just lucky to get the bus 01. You know, maybe 01 is running within the city, because it is like that in many countries. When it is says 01, it means it is the one that running within the city, and you know, so this one is running within the Enugu city, I believe so. Then coming here, this driver here is not there, but the buses are parked there, written smart, safe, and affordable transportation, so on and so forth. And here is the Holy Ghost bus terminal 1 and the terminal 2, which we have seen, and the buses parked here when it was parked at the Opera Square, you know. So here is the entrance of the place, how busy it is today, because during the inauguration or the opening, governor was here, and people were passing here, and it looks amazing. Believe me, I like what I see today. So here is the entrance, and it looks amazing. Remember, we are going to show you inside how it looks, but we want to show you everything that happened, and how everything happened, and how the outside looks. In case of if there is any information you missed, you have the opportunity to see them here or hear about them. So during the inauguration, many cameras were there, and all of them were instructed to stay the same place. So some of these cameras mounted here are AIT, NTA, Arise News, Channel TV, and so on and so forth, and also Afia TV. Now then we come here, we saw many people, or the ushers wearing Pit and Bar, tomorrow is here. These boys were many. They were, I don't know what they are there doing, but I believe they are ushers, people explaining where to sit and where not to sit and everything. Now, we are inside. The inside is so beautiful. I did not know that this escalator is working. The electric escalator is working, and during the inauguration, the children and also the grown-up, they were climbing it, and people who never used the escalator, you know, were happy. And one engineer explained why the escalator, they were not parallel. Parallel, I mean, is that they are supposed to be a second escalator by the left, very close. But instead, they moved it a little bit far. If you check my left side, down the screen, what we are seeing here is the escalator. Down is the opposite escalator, meaning that if you take here to climb, you go around and take the other one to descend. And the engineer was telling one guy that the reason they did it is because they don't want people to climb and descend immediately, because there are shops here. So when people climb, they want them to go around and view what they have in the shop. From then, they will know what they are selling around the place. And it is a beautiful idea. If you check, you see it. There is an escalator here by my left, down, and this one by my right. That is exactly what happened. So this image was taken from the first escalator, pointing at the escalator at the opposite side, and everything looks amazing. Now, here I told you that Gariki and Abakpa looks different. What you are looking at is actually the Gariki terminal when it was inaugurated, and everybody was very happy. Believe me, this place is unbelievable. So that is how it looks. And also many people talked about that this Holy Ghost bus terminal look like airport, and believe me, it looks like airport, or even much more beautiful than some airport terminals. And when they were saying it, I agreed, especially the inside. Look at the inside how it is. This type of seat is the type of seat you see inside the airport terminal. And air condition is everywhere here. Air condition is everywhere. You know, light functioning 247. This is better than some airport terminal. Look at the inside, the same type of airport benches. And this is information. Some information desk at the airport is are not as beautiful as what you see here. You see? Very beautiful, very, very beautiful. You know, people who work here will be enjoying it because the place look okay. So this is the inside of one of the buses, and they all look the same. As this one is, so is all of them. So is all of them. So then here is the terminal when the bus parked, and if you want to climb up, you follow here to climb up, or if you are not climbing up, then you go direct. But in case for people who lodge here, because here is a hotel also, you must lodge at the up. So here, as I told you earlier, that many people were happy, and Iflora was one of the people who were happy. He was enjoying and shouting, calling everybody to come to Enugu and buy land, because Enugu now is the best city to live in Nigeria, and so on and so forth. I was like, oh boy, take it easy. So during the inauguration, this is exactly how the place looks, and the canopies was everywhere, or we are everywhere, and the governor was here, and the people were actually enjoying and coming to greet the governor. So governor stayed on this place, or in this canopy, that canopy, the first one, and it was an amazing experience. Now, another one that surprised me is Nsukka terminal. This is the inauguration of Nsukka, or the opening of Nsukka bus terminal. This is the Nsukka. People came in Nsukka in drones. People were many. Wow. So this is the governor, and the governor also was happy. As I told you earlier, that Nsukka people were very happy because the governor visited them about 4 days ago, and the governor promised to start building the train line from Nsukka to Enugu. And then also he opened, or he inaugurated, international market, which people who lost their shops here will be transferred, and also the remaining shops here will be taken by the government, and everybody will transfer to the new one. And he showed the prototype to Nsukka people, and everybody was rejoicing because this terminal, which bus terminal, actually changed Nsukka. It changed the look of Nsukka. Nsukka used to be a village, but this governor has transformed it, especially in the last 7 years. Nsukka now has good road, good express, best road ever. I don't see any other place that, apart from capital city, that has a better road than Nsukka. And now even the governor is giving them much better road by making sure that from Enugu to Nsukka will be an express of 4 lanes, having street light on the medianas. This is very beautiful. So when the governor was in Nsukka, people were many. Everybody came to greet him, and he was happy anyway, and everybody was happy. They were singing different kind of song, So in Enugu, he did not receive such a reception, but in Nsukka, it was so much. Now, something else that happened there, which I have explained, is that both in Nsukka and Holy Ghost and everywhere, each and every one of these terminals has CCTV and the control room. This one is the one at the Holy Ghost anyway, but Nsukka also has their own. And I said earlier that you don't pay money here. What you do is that you fill your credit and use it to enter the buses, and the driver will only hear PIN to make sure that everything is activated safely before you enter. So as I told you, the escalator was working and everybody used it, but this time was when governor was using it. But apart from governors, there were so many people who were using it for the first time, and it was like a play. Some people tried and they later decided not to use the escalator. Instead, they went out and climbed the step itself. It was like so governor has shown Enugu State what they never expected that they would see. Because what happened here is that you don't need to have money to use this escalator. You don't need to be rich. You just go inside there and enter it. It's not like an airport or maybe a special place. No, this is a public place. Anybody can enter. This is what development is all about. Then here is the information desk, as I explained earlier. The people working there are dressed like this, blue with it. Tomorrow is here. Some of them wear cap, if you like, but some don't. And here is how they are explaining to people where to buy tickets and how to do it, and so on and so forth. So many people asked questions, and they explain to them, right? So that is how it is. Another view we have here is about Nsukka view, because Nsukka is bigger and wider, but different from other ones, right? But it's beautiful. It's beautiful. See how it looks? It's very, very beautiful. Somehow I like Nsukka own, although, well, Nsukka is good because here has population. If he does what he did in Holy Ghost, it may not be enough, because Nsukka needed space. It needed space, and also it is beautiful. It is beautiful. So here is the full view of the whole thing. This is the first terminal, and the second terminal is over there. Well, this governor really did a very nice job, and the prayer of every Enugu State person or Igbo man is for these governors to win the next election. And not only this governor, majority of the governors in the Southeast region are doing very, very well. And almost all the states in the East now want their governor to win election. And Peter Mbah is among the first that everybody is praying to win the election, the next election, because this guy has done a lot of work in just a short period of time. People don't want the next governor to come and destroy all these beautiful works. A governor who has come just in 2 years, he finished this building you see. This building has now become the most visited places in Enugu State. And apart from that, he is also building a hotel, which is 95% finished, presidential hotel. Apart from that, he's also building another hotel. This hotel is going to be a game changer in Enugu State because the hotel you are looking at is going to change the landscape of Enugu State. See how it is going to look. This is going to be the biggest building in Enugu State when it comes to the size. This is very huge. And the governor did not stop there. He also opened an airline, bought 3 flights at the same time, 3 FA craft at the same time. Now, Enugu A is working 24/7. Which governor can do that with other projects he has at hand, which I have explained to you? This is hospital that he is going to finish this year. This is another road that will be connected to Nsukka, which I had talked about earlier. And I had also talked about the factory, which many people don't know that even existed because there are other projects that overpower the factory. Nobody is talking about factory anymore because what we are talking about is not a small thing. We're talking about 5 bus terminals, A-line, road that people never expected, hotels that people never thought that Enugu State will have, hotels that will look like this, and so on and so forth. And we should also talk about the 246 smart school. Which governor within 2 years? No governor can beat what Peter Mbah has done in Enugu State. Well, I will stop here because I think I have shown you everything that happened during the opening, and you have already seen all the images or the most important images of this beautiful terminal, which to me, that what I love best is this pedestrian bridge that is on the international in the Holy Ghost bus terminal, both terminal 1 and terminal 2. And I did not realize how beautiful the bridge looked until today during the inauguration. Seeing buses running under it, it is beautiful. It is beautiful. It is amazing because it doesn't look like something that happened in Africa. And that touch was the bridge. The type of beauty that bridge gives to these terminals is amazing. Is amazing. I mean it. You know, combined with the contemporary architecture of the terminals, everything just matched. Then the design. If I had been outside this world and somehow appear today, maybe like I traveled to the moon, like astronomer, you know. If I had traveled to the moon and spent like 8 months or 10 months, and maybe appear today, and you show me this image, and say, where is this? Since you have returned from the moon. So there is no way I will say this is Enugu State. Never, never. And what will make me not to believe is not only the building, but this pedestrian bridge. Africa don't build pedestrian bridge this way. They don't design it like this. See how beautiful it looks. You know? And how would I believe that this place is Enugu State if I had been to the moon and returned today? Is it possible? It's impossible. Wow. So, well, I will stop here. Thank God I didn't travel to the moon. I am here. You know, so I did not travel to the moon and I'm seeing everything. But I want to let you know that even being here, I'm still doubting myself. Imagine if I had traveled to the moon, then it would have been unbelievable to me. But I did not travel to the moon and I'm seeing everything. And thank God that nobody will have to explain it for me. So now I have already known what happened. I will only say that the governor did a very magnificent work here. So, and I pray that the governor that is doing all this type of work, may he win the next election, really. But I don't even believe that he will have a competitor. Although they may go for an election, but no need even for the campaign. Doing campaign is a waste of time. This one is going to win. There have been rumors that he wants to change party and so on and so forth. And Eklora talked about it today. Eklora said that let's listen that wherever the governor go, we go. Wherever he says let's put hand, we put hand. We don't want any other governor to come and scatter our progress. Please, he was like campaigning for governor today anyway. And he said it here. Here he is, you know. He said so many things, especially for the next election. So many people from Enugu State have already started campaigning for the governor. I don't see this governor losing election. No. Even if he don't campaign, he will still win election. Who? And one funny thing is that, amazing thing, anyway, not funny, because his competitor, or his opponent, is now with him in the same party. working together, meaning that even if he's defecting, he will defect with his opponent, you know. But there have been a rumor that he could defect to other party, which we don't know which party it is, or maybe it is just a rumor, you know. So, but that is what I have for you. Thank you very much for watching, and you have seen what everything that's happened in Enugu State, and believe me, the governor is doing his best. This is the best governor ever. If you ask me, I will tell you that no governor has done things like this. I don't mean now. In Nigeria, I have never seen any governor that did what Mbah is doing. If you have, put it on the comment section, and I will check about it. So thank you very much for watching, and you'll be watching Prizes TV.